Hey YouTube friends, welcome to another Scrappy Sunday video, and I'm going to bring you a whole new pattern today, and it's going to be a little bit similar to the one we did last week. I'll make sure we put a link in the comments below so you can go check out those other videos. And if you watched last week, you're going to notice this same fabric. I'm still trying to get rid of it. So we're going to do something a little different because I noticed I had way too much of this left over. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to make essentially a shadow block. So you're going to use the same pieces as last time, which this is a 4.5 by 4.5 inch square. Just solid. You can use a background, you can use any kind of scrappy solid. Just make this one piece. And then we're going to use 2.5 inch squares to do this fun little border around. Now I'm doing a pattern because this is what I have with me. You are more than welcome to use any mixture of 2.5 inch squares. So if you have a bunch of those left over from some old binding strips or whatever, you could even use the binding strips instead of these. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 5 of those, 5 2.5 inch squares, and 1 4.5 inch square. Okay. I'm going to show you real quick how we're going to put this together. Had this piece left over from our last project. It was a little extra, so I'm like, might as well use it up. And I'm probably going to make some extra of these blocks like the other one, and this quilt will eventually be put together. We'll see how big it is when we get there. And it'll either be raffled off or donated to charity. So let me know in the comments what your favorite charity is, or if you'd rather see it raffled off at this point. I'm going to sew this up real quick. So you're going to sew 3 of them together. Doesn't matter if it's the top or the side. And then you're going to sew 2 of them together. And I'll show you how we're going to put this all together as a full block in a moment. And this is also kind of how you would do a log cabin block as well. So if you are familiar with a log cabin block, you will be able to do this one, no problem at all. Or if you want to do a log cabin, but you're a little intimidated, this is a perfect starting block. So we're going to take our 4.5 inch one and our set of 2. Okay, so we're going to attach the 2 first to the side here or to the top. Doesn't really matter. Line this up. We're just going to sew that up with a normal 1/4 inch seam. I generally use a little bit of a scant one because I like to trim my blocks down at the end if I have to. But consistency is key here. So whatever you can consistently do, whether that's a 1/4 inch or whether that is a scant 1/4 inch, whichever. Again, we're not supposed to stress about this. Quilting's supposed to be fun. You're making something, and that's exciting all itself. There we have part of it. Now we're going to attach this final segment up to the top there, okay? I feel like my camera is slowly sliding down. So we're going to attach that. And the only seam I'm going to try and line up is going to be this one where the corners are at this edge. If it lines up, awesome. If it doesn't, at the end of the day, that's such a small thing. You're never really going to notice. If somebody notices, they can try and do better and they can make their own quilt. And that's how other quilters and crafters come into the world. They think they can do it, and they can. And that's the amazing part. And there we go. That lined up okay. It's not too horrible. And there you have it. Your next Scrappy Sunday block. I'll catch you next week with a brand new one. See you then.